Hi, welcome to the Independence Plaza neighborhood myMaps mapping editing tutorial. My name is Reagan, and today I'm going to be walking you through how to make edits from the back end of the neighborhood myMaps tool. So to start, make sure that you have the editable myMaps functionality. So it's different from the normal one. It has some tools up here, some different tools on the side. So make sure you're in the editable version before you get started. If you need access to that, please reach out to Hoxie Collective, specifically me, Reagan, and I can help you out. So with that, let's get started. So today we're going to walk through two different ways to edit myMaps. Specifically, we're going to talk about the style and the data. So to edit by style, what we're going to do is spend some time over here in this section. This is our legend. As you can see, different things are highlighting. We're going to focus just on this one layer, but the things we go over are applicable to any other layer that you're working in. So to start, let's style it. So to pick the features that you're going to be displaying, the first thing you're going to want to do is click on this paint roller styled by blank button. So this button gives you the opportunity to select which category in your data you're going to be displaying on your map. So for this one, we're doing the D15 layer because that is our rent versus own category, and that's what we want to display. So that's the one we selected, but we can also go up here and select uniform style and do the same color for everything. We can do individual styles, which will make them different for everything, and we can go in and change those here in our legend. But because we're trying to show something pretty specific, we're jumping into this, and that gives us our two categories of rent versus own. We can also add labels, so we have the same options for that. We're not going to because I don't think it makes a ton of sense for this particular one, but that is where we can do that. And so with that, we can also change the style of these by pushing this paint bucket. So the paint bucket allows us to change the color of these parcels, the transparency, so make it less or more transparent, and change the border width. So again, we just get to that by clicking on this little paint bucket tool. We can also rename the layer just by clicking on the title. So if a rent or own doesn't pique our interest, we can change that. Let's see. That's about it for styling the map. So now let's dive into how to edit the data. So there are two different ways to edit the data in the parcel. Each parcel has a bunch of data associated with it. And to edit it, the first thing we can do is just click on the parcel. So we can go to our map, zoom in, select any parcel, and we can make edits just by pushing this little pencil tool that when you hover over it says edit. So by clicking that, now we can click into every single category. So let's say we know that this is actually a rental property. We can click into this category and change it to rent. And then all we'd have to do is push save and it would be changed. It would change colors and everything, but we're not going to save it because I do not know that that's a change that has occurred. So some other things we can do here are actually go back to styling. So we can change the style of all of our categories in this way. But when we change it for this particular parcel, it will change it for all of the ones in our category, so all 329 items. But this is just another way to change the style. We can also add an image, so just by clicking that little camera icon, you have the opportunity to upload an image to give you more information about your parcel. You can also delete this feature. I would not recommend deleting anything. Google My Maps is great for a lot of things, but it's not very good at undoing delete. It forgets things very quickly. So only delete things if you're sure you want to delete them. Okay, so then the last way to make edits to data is we click this little 3 sets of dots that come up as layer options next to rent or own. And in this category, we can either rename this layer, delete this layer, again, would not recommend, and open the data table. So the data table gives us a lot of opportunities, so let's jump into it. So this is the data table. It looks a lot like an Excel file. It has all of our data. When we open the data table, it's a lot like opening up every single parcel at the same time. We can click through and they'll open on the map. But I'm just here to show you how to edit. So you can click in and again, just make changes. Easy as that. Just by clicking in. So that's how you make changes there. You can also sort your data just like in Excel. You can also add a column if you want to add more information. You can also duplicate the column. So if, for example, you know that some changes have been made, but you want to keep the original, that'd be a great opportunity to duplicate it. So you have the original data, but you also have a new data set that you can edit and make changes to without worrying about forgetting what it used to be. You can also, again, delete the column, caution, and you can set it as the title column. So setting it as the title column is a data display. So if we were to select set as title column, when we clicked on a parcel, that would be this is our title column. So right now I have it set as the address, but you're more than welcome to change it to whatever you want. If you want the owner's name, the state, really anything can be the title column. It's totally up to you. But yeah, so that's the basics of how you can style and edit your data here in Google My Maps. Please reach out if you have any questions. We are always here to help.